Hey, it's Brian here. In this video, I'm going to show you two dance moves you can do to hip-hop styles of music. Now, these two moves are beginner dance moves. They're not considered as hip-hop moves, but they are beginner dance moves that are great for hip-hop music. So the first one here looks like this. Okay, so it's a variation of the knee bounce, but this one is a little bit different because we're going to be doing more with our arms. Okay, so first of all, the knee bounce. You want to put three different motions together. You got the dropping motion, which is the bouncing motion, which looks like this. 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2. And you're going to add this in with the leaning motion, which is going from one side to the other, one side to the other. And the last motion here is the bringing in of the knees, which goes like this. Boom and boom, boom and boom. So you're bringing the knees in one way and the other, one way and the other. So let's start putting these couple different motions together. First, we got the bouncing motion, and then we have the leaning motion. Alright? Once you do these two things together, it'll look like this. 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2. Alright, so a couple things to remember for this one is you don't want to stick your hips out like this. Alright, you don't want to be bouncing with your hips out. It does not look good. Alright, so you want to make sure you're keeping your upper body a little bit more stiff and you're going boom, like so, boom, and boom, and boom. And make sure your head is looking forward so you're not leaning sideways like this. Okay, so boom and boom, boom and boom, 1 and 2, 1 and 2. Once you have that down, you're going to put in the knee motion in there. So you're going to bring the knees in while you're bouncing from one side to the other, right? So when you bounce to this side, you're going to bring this knee in. And then when you bounce to this side, you're going to bring the opposite knee. Boom. So 1 and 2, 1 and 2. So make sure your knees are relatively relaxed or else it's not going to feel very good. So you just want to bring it in like this as you bounce to this side. And as you go to the other side, you want to bring this knee in. So boom and boom, boom and boom. 1 and 2, 1 and 2. Once you have that down, we're going to start working with our arms. Okay, so imagine that you have something you're holding on to right here, kind of like a bar. And as you do the bounce downwards, you're going to be holding on to the bar and your body's going to drop like so. So boom, like so. So imagine there's some sort of platform, something you're holding on to with your hands, right? So boom and boom, boom and boom. So notice my hands are not dropping down like this, and they're not going like this, but rather they're staying here, boom and boom. As you put the direction in and you put the knee motion in there, you're going to do the same thing, boom and boom, boom and boom. So notice how my elbows are actually coming up just a little bit, and I have that spring type of motion going on. Now that is good, so you want to make sure you want to keep your hands here, boom and boom, boom and boom. So get used to that really nice motion, and that's what creates the hip-hop type of feel, the hip-hop bounce. Alright, so once you get used to that, you can mix it up a little bit. You can have them cross, go out, have them stagger a little bit, but the point here is you want to keep that bouncing motion going on with your arms. So when you put everything together, it's going to look like this, boom, boom, boom and boom. So 1, 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2. The second move I'm going to show you here is the basic rocking group. It looks like this. Okay, this one is quite simple. Two different movements. First, we have the rocking motion. I'll show you from the side. You want to bend your knees like so your body is leaning back just a little bit, and then you want to extend so your body is going forward just a little bit, so you're not leaning over like this, but you're coming up, having a little bit of direction, just going forward, okay? So, boom, like so. Bend knees, up, knees, up. So the counts go like this, 1 and 2, 1 and 2. So you're starting with your knees bent, right? So 1 and 2, 1 and 2. So from there, you want to add a direction. So one side to the other, one side to the other. So starting with knees bent, you want to come up going this way, and then you want to bring your knees back down, come up going the other way. Putting the two together, 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2. Okay, as you get more used to it, you can put your arms in there, right? You can do the cross out, or stagger, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, and 2. Alright, so those are the two different moves you can do to hip hop styles music.